So recently I was watching this interview by Rick Rule. Go check out the interview. This is a great channel as well. Around the 35-minute mark, Rick actually mentions two jurisdictions which he feels are the best for uranium mining. One I'm very familiar with, which is Namibia, and the second one I'm not familiar with it at all, which was Botswana. And this piqued my curiosity. So I'm guess like myself, most people are familiar with Namibia. They have one of the biggest uranium companies, which is of course Paladin. Then you have Deep Yellow, Bannerman, and Forces Metals. But if you look at the market cap for each of these, they, except from Forces, they're quite up there. And to be honest, I'm not really keen on investing in, like, let's say Paladin at this moment, just because I don't think I need to take the extra risk just for the beta. Like, I could just invest in the Sprott ETF or miners ETF and probably just get the same kind of returns I'm expecting at this market cap for like Paladin or Bannerman, etc. So really, if I'm investing in a specific company, I'm really trying to get the alpha. So one of the key characteristics of that is a low market cap. And the only one here that really is aligned with that is Forces Metal. And the second one, actually, as I was curious, was about Botswana. Now, there's actually only one uranium company in Botswana, and that is ACAP Energy. And this company is quite interesting. Firstly, the market cap is extremely low. This is also priced in Australian dollars as opposed to Canadian, which the other ones were. So as I mentioned, I really don't know anything about Botswana other than what Rick Rule has mentioned in his interview, that he sees it as a very friendly uranium mining jurisdiction. And more specifically, ACAP Energy actually has one of the biggest deposits of uranium. And we're just going to run through some of the key points of this company and specifically if it could be a dark horse in this uranium cycle. So one of the first positives for ACAP Energy is that the deposit is huge, 366 million pounds of uranium. This makes it in the top 10 largest uranium undeveloped mines worldwide. But there is a caveat to this. The grade is very low. And in the following slide, we'll see the grade comparative to its peers. So this feasibility study is quite old, from 2016, but it gives us a basis to go off. So they're expected to, at that time, produce around 3 million pounds of uranium per year, which is pretty good because Energy Fuels at the moment can only produce 1 million pounds. So 3 million is 3 times that. And their operating cost at that time was 35 pounds of uranium, which is quite low cost as well. So that's good as well. Of course, it's probably moved up now, given inflation, etc. And then project net present value, they projected it to be around 383 million. So that's pretty good given that the market cap is under 100 million at the present time. So I really like this chart as it actually compares a bunch of peer groups and their grades and the volume of uranium they actually have. I want to actually point out Laramide there. I think that's pretty good. You know, it's like mid-tier in the grade and mid-tier kind of in the amount of volume of uranium it has. So that was really nice to see. But if we concentrate on ACAP Energy, they are the ones in this like light bluish color. So you can see they are one of the lowest grades, but they're also one of the biggest deposits as well comparative to its peers. Now, interestingly enough, I think the 350 million is at a 100 ppm grade. But if they up the cutoff to 200 ppm, they have around 200 million pounds of uranium. And that's actually very comparative to Bannerman Energies. So I think they are actually very comparative to Bannerman. They have a similar size deposit at a similar size grade. Now, the only real difference is that Bannerman is much more advanced in basically all aspects, like their feasibility study is updated. Also, their marketing is very good. They're out there getting their name out there. But also at the same time, Bannerman also kind of has a 2x or 3x bigger market cap than ACAP. So ACAP is more riskier than Bannerman, but also the upside is maybe greater just given the difference in market cap. Also, I like the fact that it is in a different jurisdiction, because Namibia has so many good uranium companies and maybe like most investors are concentrated in Namibia, and if something goes wrong, then you're really screwed. So it's kind of nice to have a little bit of geopolitical risk spread out, I guess you could say. And also I like the fact that ACAP actually, its market cap is trading similar to some explorers like Find or Baseload, and they're still looking for uranium, but at least this company has some uranium. So I think it should be at a premium to a company like Baseload. So I think the market cap is really interesting, and if the uranium price does go crazy, then I think this company can generate an alpha, and that's why I probably will be investing a little bit of money into this.